He escaped death on several occasions and witnessed some of the most harrowing events inside Nazi concentration camps. Today it's inside the glitzy interiors of some of the world's most prestigious galleries where Shelomo Selinger spends his time. But the Holocaust survivor has forgotten nothing of his past. Keeping the memory of the Holocaust alive through art, it's a lifelong vocation for Shelomo Selinger. The French-Israeli sculptor survived 9 death camps. Today he uses his art to spread awareness of the Nazis' crimes.
All of us, we were all programmed to be killed. Some of us were killed instantly by gas, in the gas chambers, or shot to death. Or in my case, the process was drawn out by work in the concentration camps. The Germans called it Vernichtung durch Arbeit, extermination through labor.
Selinger was saved by a military doctor at the end of the war and turned to sculpting to help him recover from his memory loss.
It's like, well, how should I say, like a prisoner trying to dig an escape tunnel to break out of prison. He's only free when he digs. Wood,
bronze and granite sculptures carved into loving embraces that celebrate the victory of life. This was the theme of Selinger's latest exhibition in Paris.
His art is very contagious, I would say. It gives rise to a whole array of emotions. His works are nevertheless very soft. We see a cohesion of bodies that blend softness with sadness and melancholy.
The trauma of his past suffering struck a chord with other Holocaust survivors.
We're plunged back to the camps, that is to say, behind these bodies, these heads. Completely, that's my interpretation of it. Completely deformed and lifeless. These bodies that are on the brink of death. We see the horror in his drawings more than in his sculpture.
Subjects touching upon maternity, Greek mythology or the Bible enchanted many spectators.
With regards to his personal history, his previous works were often tormented. He presented himself as a victim, as a Jewish martyr of the Holocaust, of the oppression. And now we get the sense he's reached a state of completeness and serenity.
More optimistic perhaps, but still vigilant.
I believe that human beings are fragile. They can easily be corrupted and go down the road of committing a crime. And the Holocaust hasn't prevented other genocides that are motivated by racist or ideological concerns from taking place.
Selinger, who has sculpted major monuments like the Memorial of Jhansi, is one of the few Holocaust survivors still alive to tell the tale. With very few photos from the period, his work is a vital testimony. Far from wiping out the traumatic events of his past, Shelomo Selinger has enshrined them in his art. His sculptures and drawings portray the suffering Jews went through during the Holocaust, but they also portray scenes of love and maternity. And it's his passion for life, rather than his pain, that Selinger wants us to come away with. I'm Christina Okello for JN1 in Paris.